How's it going, everybody? Quick audio test. Actually, I'll turn this down a little bit more here. I don't know if that changes your volume much, but it might. How's the volume for my voice compared to the music?
Looking down from the heights that we have built all by ourselves. And there is fear of the unknown, but we cannot lose control when we feel like the world is against us. We're trying to find ourselves without the defining words. We can no longer hold on to what only makes us hurt. We cannot sink into the dark. The vertigo is getting sharp. There's something greater than ourselves that we must reach for. Into the infinite that we must reach. 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 Now which way do we go is the question to ask. There are so many choices that it's hard not to look past. What is real and what is fake, and the risk we have to take. Will we know what is throwing off our balance? We're trying to find ourselves without the defining words. We can no longer hold on to what only makes us hurt. We cannot sink into the dark. The vertigo is getting sharp. There's something greater than ourselves that we must reach for.
gonna throw my memories away. Now I feel I'm done, and I am cursed by every day till my time is gone. I've never felt this way before, and now I know this all for sure. I won't forget your last betray. I'll never forget this day. 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 I'm gonna throw my memories away. Now I feel I'm done, and I'm cursed by every day till my time is gone. I've never felt this way before, and now I know this all for sure. I won't forget your last betray. I'll never forget this day. I'll never forget this day. I'll never forget this day.
Oh, I did it again. I was totally not paying attention to the timer. What a fail start, like always. Oh well, let's get started. How's it going, everybody? My name is Hyden. Today we're going to work on inventory. It's over here. And you can see, real quick, where I left off. I've done a little bit of changes. Now, I updated Unity to 5.6 because I was told there's a really good way to do cutscenes and stuff, which doesn't actually relate to my game. I just wanted to see it. And it kind of changed the lighting and whatnot. Like, you see everything's a little bit like darker, but then they glow a little bit more. I don't know. It's a little bit odd. I can turn the music down a bit. I can't hear my own voice. All right. See, obviously some stuff's floating here because I moved the terrain, but never moved the little assets. Oh, I'm coughing. Okay. So I've also changed over here. You can see how the terrain changes, and then it changes again. So I've kind of made like a little bit of a beach, so to speak. There's still some floating assets that need to be fixed. Oh, look at that. The water covers all these. Well, that's not good. It might have just been teased about ages. I didn't really do much research. I just saw that someone said cutscenes, and I was like, interesting. So I just went and downloaded it. No big deal, though. Yeah, so I really like how this looks. Obviously, there's a floating tree, so I gotta get rid of it. But basically now, it's a boundary for the game, right? I'll make it so you can't walk in. I'll have it so like when you get close, it'll say you can't walk in. I don't know. I don't really know how I'm gonna make a boundary for this because it's not even. Like, it's not like a box, right? Like this goes up here, and then the water also moves up. So what I put the boundary point to here, so you'd be running and you just can't move. Seems a little bit odd. So I'll have to figure that out. But obviously, a couple trees need to be moved. I moved all the rocks all the way to the edge. See, that's not good. You shouldn't be able to go in the water because then you just do this and break everything. I don't know. Fence is in the ground. She still can't jump over it, so that's kind of interesting. And I didn't really change much after this little arch, but I did put some rocks like over here. I'll make these so you can jump on these three, maybe, just for no reason. Have like an item or something to find. I haven't really thought that part through too much just yet. So this is all roughly the same. Like I put this tree out here though, so it's like technically different. I put the rocks over here, and you can see the mountain and the rocks don't really blend well together. So I'm probably going to get rid of the mountains, but they were a good guideline. Thanks, TVoid. I always think it's T-Void. I don't know why. So go over here. It needs a lot of work, right? So if you see this, it's like, okay, that's just a mess. Right? Not too pretty. Not too pretty at all. We'll fix this. I'm probably just going to put these rocks all the way up to the river so you can't even see past this point. So if you look at the left side there, that's about as far as you'd be able to look if you were looking this way, because there'd be rocks blocking it, right? And then this water here doesn't fit, mostly because I changed this terrain. And obviously the water's not moving. But what are all those down there? They're all rendering the water. Wow, okay. Paul's saying, can you make a slight reflection shader? And that's probably what I would do for the water. So it looks a little bit better. Let's just run on over there real quick. Are your rocks just cubes? Yes. Yes, they are. All these are. They've been triangulated and changed ever so slightly, but for the most part, they're basically just big cubes. Oops. Just can't jump over that spot. And like right here, I'll make it so you can actually run in and then have a chest with an item, I suppose. This needs to be moved into here. This needs to be moved. So there's a lot of tweaking, but I don't really care to like start doing all the minute changes till later. We're gonna need doors. But now the next thing I changed quickly was this inventory panel. So I was told in my Discord chat, which you guys should all join by the way, that the background of this was too busy, the active object. So I changed it to an orange, right? No real big change there, but I did, however, come across a mistake, which actually I really like, which is those icons, how they're turning. Slow Taco, I don't have the link to that song next, so I went to the next one, but I guess I can click back to it for you. I'll do it. Here you go. This was the song you like. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know, I see with the music there, I apologize, but you see how the sword, that little staff, the shield, the weird circle, and the shoe kind of oh, I can't press escape because I lose my mouse. There we go. This part here, it's not moving because I'm not clicked on it, but it looks like they're sort of rotating. Right, that's because the actual orange box itself, the animation is rotating, and those objects in it were already rotated to begin with, so it shows kind of like a cool depth of field. Unknown Sinner's asking, have you got the whole map planned so you can get mini maps started? Mini maps actually are really easy. In Unity, I can basically just create a camera, top down, orthographic, and put it over here. So like, I'll do that real quick just to show you if you want. I'm probably not going to keep it. But before I do need to show this, what I was trying to explain. So I open up my menu. Right. Okay, now let's pause, unpause. Alright, go to the scene view. You can see what's happening here. So those objects already had a rotation. See? And since this thing is turning, like it is, kind of creates this cool effect where you can actually see some depth, which I like. I even did that also for these panels, just turn them slightly so they look like they're rotating independently of the orange. Oh, thanks, Carlos. Okay, so what I was going to show was a mini map, right? Create a camera. Pushing calling already on, it's funny. We're going to set this to orthographic. I don't know if that really matters, but now rotate it 90. Nope, wrong axis. 90. There we go. Depth 0. We don't need it to be an audio listener. That would give us a problem. Then we also need the width to be like 0.2. 0.2. Viewport rect will be 0.8. 0.8. I think that's what I want, right? So I went to game. It's up there. I actually want it to be for now. Oh, is it 0 with that? Maybe the minimap would be in the top. So let's go with 0.8. 0.25. 0.25. Just change it slightly. There's our minimap for now. I think that's too high, actually. Does that get cut off? No, I guess not. I will have music at some point. Okay, so we have this camera here. It's not going to move, so it needs to be attached to the player. Now, if I hit save and go back to game, let's just see what happens. So we have it gray right now. That's not what I want. Where is it? Wait. Now I'm really confused. Is it not in the player? Wait, it was. I jerked. Okay. So as you can see, it's too low. So let's go 0, 0, 0, and we'll pull it up. It's interesting how I'm not seeing anything still. Until there. Now this should probably be size 10. Let it only go so far. Okay. There we go. This is my temporary attempt at a minimap. I should zoom it out more. So it's like 100. Oh. The water disappears. That's just great. Not the greatest version for a minimap, I'd say. Maybe it's because I'm just looking at too small. I mean, it's kind of cool you can see your player there. Whoop, whoop. The camera flips and everything too, that's great. A little bit silly, I'd say. Oops. Like a Hellcat. That's not what I wanted. That seemed to work totally fine. How did that work? Why did that make a perfect square? 0.75, 0.6. Interesting. That's if I had a minimap. That's what I would do, and I'd make it look nicer. But I'm not really going to bother with it. So, player. Okay. It's this way. So much nesting. Okay. Copy component. Paste component values. Delete number 2. Okay. Alright, so right now all I'm doing is just making 6 of these, because you're going to have 6 creatures at most. The way I've coded it is so if you don't have 6 creatures, you only see how many you have. Seems to work out just fine. Riley Spartan saying your computer must be a beast. It's pretty good. If I go here, system properties. Doesn't really tell you much. It tells you a little bit. Jackson doesn't use a lot of computer to render twice. It does, but you can make the second camera a lot more basic. So you just say it only renders, let's say, the terrain or something like that. Like, so it doesn't render the player, it doesn't render creatures, and at that point it's not really doing all that much. So we have, okay, copy this component, paste component values, copy component, paste component values, copy component, paste component values, and the sixth one, copy component, paste component values. Okay. So now, my video card. It's a I don't actually remember now. I think it's a 970. That's probably wrong. Could be like an 870. 970. GTX GeForce NVIDIA 970. So there we go. Now you can see the active and the non-active one. Now, the problem I don't really like about this, you see how it's overlapping this top bar? That's only because the screen is this much shorter. So like, the screen itself is literally this much shorter. So those would be higher up. If I were to build and run this, I'm pretty sure, I guess it's a good thing I should test. Thanks someone said I didn't actually make it. Pixelinks did. He goes by Mateus. He's usually in chat with the orange M, but I don't see him here today. Is there no 870? Oh, I don't know. They have so many numbers. Just I have no idea. Interesting fact. Oh, that's because I'm windowed. That's why. There we go. Riley, yes it is. I'm enjoying this. If I just made some money, it'd be probably a little bit more enjoyable. So you can see here how much space there is from the top. Oh, I broke that for a second. Do you see that? Interesting. But even these are at the appropriate height. I'm not sure if you mean it's a good thing, K-Zone, but I enjoy the look of these. And right now, the values are actually loading up perfectly. So, like, my actual inventory, these are the stats of that creature, these stats of that one. I studied programming, and something about modeling animation. I know very little Spanish. I'm learning though. Well, I stopped learning a while ago, so it's actually getting worse, but... Okay. So the next value I want to work on is the beautiful not inventory. Well, it is inventory, but it's all the items. So I actually broke these down now. So in here we have items, potions, ethers, and spells. I'm missing specials for some reason. Let's add that real quick. Specials. Go back here. Whoops. There we go. So I just separated them out. It was a lot easier for storing because they're going to be on different panels. I think it's just a good way to go. Okay. So in items, I've made it so right now we have 8 items. We should probably change the index. It doesn't make sense to have 8 of the same item. You never would. That's okay though. For now we'll do it. But let's put you as item 1. Okay. Apply. Items, we have 2. Potion, mana pot. Max stack 64. 64. Let's give them random values also. And they are consumables, right? Okay. So in main menu, I'm gonna cough again. You guys hear me? Can you guys hear me chewing gum right now? Because my throat hurts, so I figured gum might help. But if you can hear me chewing, I definitely will stop. Riley, I have thought about that, but I still need to release the game first before I can do such things. Okay. So all of this, transform to find. This is just for setting the 6 what do you call it? The 6 creatures values, right? Because there's a lot of things we need to grab. So I'm just getting rid of all the spaces right now. Okay. So I'm going to break this down. So this here, current panel, CUI, GitHub. Okay, that works. Each of the icons on the items. Are you asking if I drew these? Yes. These little things here? I did. I'm not the greatest at Illustrator or 2D things, but I think this is supposed to be like Magic Resist. I just looked at League of Legends afterwards to see what they did also, and they did a circle. So okay, there we go. I think you need to come with a cooler name than Elementals. I like the word Elementals. I have thought of a game name. I'll tell you guys that probably after I've made a website. I guess I'll register a website name tonight, and then I'll tell you it. Logan, I don't actually make a living right now. That's the problem. I make very little money. Basically, I was running off my savings from when I was working full-time in Toronto. And it's dire. Let's just say that. We're at the 30-minute time, so we're going to do a quick game of ad roulette. Because there we go. That'll help me make some money. And I have noticed, with these streams, I know it's terrible, but after like 3-4 hour streams, I get like $1.50. So I'm making like $1.50 now when I stream a day, which is helpful. It's helpful. That's like a high-end amount. Usually it's like $1, which is still nothing, but do I know? Oh, I know everything. Not everything, but web development. Wow. But I do know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP. That's about it, right? Yeah, that's it. Anyways, let's do some ad roulette. So, drum roll, please. Boom. All right. Plus, it was a little bit better before when I was actually very active. I had several patrons, and I was getting like an extra $40 from Patreon, and then YouTube was giving me some money. So, it was a little bit more helpful. I'm sure I'll get patrons again in the future. No rush. And Paul, you are helping. Just by watching the stream, it is very helpful. Because you increase its visibility. If you see an ad, I get money from that. So those things are very helpful. I realized this two years ago now. But over those 2 years, it's basically just a big learning curve for me. Learning experience. And now I'm getting better at it, and I can finally make a game like this. No ad for the first time. Well, okay. What was I doing? We're going here, and we now need to say, copy these. Actually, copy all this for now. Item panel. Do the same as above, but modify accordingly with the information needed. Give myself hints. Of course I did. Okay. So now we need to set the panels to be the first child. Yeah, this is a really good song, eh? Crail, Frontier. Spam the ad button. I was thinking maybe play an ad every 20 minutes instead of every 30, but I feel like you guys might get annoyed at that, so we'd have to take a vote on that. So let me know if you guys are okay with an ad every 20 minutes. If so, say yes. You should do that maybe every 15 minutes. Take a vote. Because not everybody gets it too, so it's not that bad. I don't think you get an ad on your phone. I think that's one thing about it. You might though, I'm not really sure. Okay, so this is the item panel, right? So now what I'm changing here, I'm setting my current panel, which is these. So panels is this. Panels, right? They match up. Then we're saying get the first child. So it's 0 index. So we skip elementals and we do this. If you make a devlog, you can get a lot of viewers back quickly. Just summarize what you make in your game every week, says iChimo. Oh, that's a good idea. iChimo, you're a genius. I think every Friday, or I guess every Saturday, I'll just do a quick video. It wouldn't be a stream, it'd just be a video just doing like weekly update. I like that. I like that idea. Samuel, yeah, you can change how much you give every month. You can change it daily, but I don't get it till the end of the month. So it's totally up to you. Every 2 weeks, though. Just sit here and just play ads. So you guys just listen to me talk. Just keep pressing the ad button. That's great. Okay, so I've set this now to be the first in the list, and then I'm also finding the list in that. So like this saying list is actually pointless. I've realized that now. I should just remove it. It's just an extra piece of pointlessness, right? So I could do it like this. But I'm not going to, just in case if I do add stuff that maybe don't need to be part of the list, if that makes any sense. I don't know if I ever will, but I'll just leave it just for now because I've done it this way. Did you ever look into the Amazon affiliate link thing? No, but I did plan on looking into that today, because that would be amazing. I don't know how that works. You were explaining it to me slightly, and I think it'd be cool. I'm going to actually put a little sticky note on my computer to remind me. Look into Amazon affiliate program. I'm really liking the songs today. This is great. Okay, so now what you can see here, I've taken this list, and we have all these items. The name of them doesn't actually matter. Right, let's turn this on so you can see it and turn the other one off. So this one's on now, and this one's off. Okay. So the first one, none of them are prefabs. Okay, good, that's fine. We're going to have it, so there's an icon that goes here, which is name. It should be the same as this, right? Name and name, okay. I mean, it's supposed to be icon, yeah, okay, good. And then we have a description. We're also going to need a value. Okay, so I guess I'll play it, for now I'll do every 20 minutes. So in 5 minutes I'll play another ad. It does help a lot, it really does. Okay, so I need to create a spot where it'll say amount. And I don't know where I'm going to put that. I feel like this should go up here. And then the name should be over there more, right? But that might be causing some overlap. And we have all this dead space. So if I put the description lower, let's just reset it for a second. I'll actually do it on the bottom, it's fine. Have the values go to the bottom. We can center it. No, we're gonna actually put it this way. Now, it's interesting how did it not like? There we go. Okay, and it's only that long because of okay, good. And my description could be a decent amount of length. About how much time will the game be out for public, says Melanie. Okay, so once I've done all the inventory, which so far we've only done the elemental panel, then we need to actually create the functionality for the items. Then we need to create the combat system. Then we need to create all of the creatures and animations. Then all of the different weights for people, all the different clothing, the entire world, and all the dialogue. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe 6 months, maybe a year. I'm hoping it's not a year that I would die. Like, I would really die if it took a year. I hope not. I'm gonna have to put in more and more time, because usually I'm only focusing on it while streaming. That's when I get most done, and then I'll tinker around for the rest of the day, but I need to just, like, focus. Even stream for longer, maybe. But, who knows. Okay, so we need to figure out where we're going to lay this out. So that can go here. It's kind of close to the edge, so I'm going to actually give it... no, we're going to give it boundary maybe 5s. I think it's better. That can be 0. Excuse me. Okay, so heal for X amount. I didn't really think this through. It needs to be at the top here. Or it could be like that, but then 2-line ones won't... No, it needs to be like this. We just need to make the height less. 50. 40. 40 is good. Okay. Can we get 2 lines in? Oops. Heal for the amount that I want it... No, see, it's not enough. 45. There we go. But I want it. Well, okay. Heal for X amount. Doesn't matter if it's capital. It's going to change based on... Yeah. Let me get the icon. Now we need the name. I think I'll just have the amount of it, like, overlap the icon. Like, over here, up. And then the name can be on this side. Something like this, right? Even put it up. That might be a little bit all over the place. I'll lower this down a little bit. Maybe 40. So instead of this saying no X amount, it'll say like 3. Okay, we need to make this a lot smaller. 50. 30. Have it like that. So it'll wrap over a bit, I suppose. It's not that bad. I'll survive. Next thing I need to actually do too is create a foreground box. So if I create a UI, make it a panel or an image, I'll just copy this. Oh, what is that? That's my foreground image? That doesn't make sense. Is it? It is. Interesting. That's my foreground image. Weird. I guess because it's so dark you don't notice it? Right? I don't know if that's right. Let me just check real quick if I press pause. I don't see that image anywhere. Oh yeah, we gotta change that turn. It's supposed to be this animation. But oh, the foreground's not turned on. And then this just goes to yellow and it gets background bright. Okay, okay, that's fine. Good to know. So, we don't need this foreground image. Apply. Delete all the foregrounds here. Before I forget that, because I'm sure I'll look at this many times and get confused if I don't delete them now. One thing I also try to do is minimize how many things I have open. All this I find very clustersome, so I like to keep it all closed. Okay. So this is going to change the background bright. We need the text to be white. And we need to change the font. So I got a new font here. It's in my imports. No, it's not. It should be. There it is. Fonts. So we're gonna set the name to be Railway Black, so it's nice and thick. Then we'll set the description to be light, sure. And the amount to be, what's this one? Extra bold italic. Sure, why not? I'm sure that'll be visible. Next thing I want to do is change the animations on item to be hover elemental. I don't know why it's called elemental. I should probably change that. Hello, Mateus. That's the guy who created the logo, for those who are wondering. So he did a very good job. Hello, Master. Oh, that's a hard name. Averior. Averior. I don't know. I apologize. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to do another game of ad roulette, guys, because we're going to do ad roulette every 20 minutes, since that was like the consensus. So, drum roll, please. Let's find out who the poor souls were today. So, the name can get some spacing on the right side. We're going to do fives. 5 doesn't work. Oh, because this is so wide. Okay. -5. This is going to be -15, I think. It's better. Grammarly. Yeah, Grammarly does a lot of advertising, eh? They're really pushing for this feature or service that they've created. I feel like it's not going to be successful. But that's just me. Okay, now I'm going to get some looping problems because all of these don't have the same values that these do. That's fine. I'll survive. Yeah, Grammarly has a lot of ads. That's surprising. Okay, so for all of the object counts that we have, so however many items we have, right? Oh, we got to change this here. So this is no longer the player elemental records. This is going to be object count equals p inventory dot items dot count. Okay, so this is how many items we have. Then game object current UI current panel dot get child. Okay, this is the first item. And then, I'm just gonna copy and paste a bunch of these right now. This. Or I need that as well. Just copy and paste this in, and it's also copy and paste these values in. Maybe I want these instead. Okay, I don't need a stat holder, so it might be slightly different, but okay. So my current UI is going to be the panel that we're on, which is elemental, which we found as list. We're going to get the child in our loop, which is D, based on how many there are. Okay. Then our current index equals, this needs to change to p inventory dot items, and then we need index. Aha. Okay. Now we're gonna need its sprite. So first we find. Okay, so what I've coded here, this image variable is just going to find the image here, which is the icon. So it's finding icon. The text is going to find the name of that item, and then the stat holder is going to be changed here because now we actually just need another text value, and we're going to call this C amount and change this to amount. And then get the component text. One thing that I always have trouble remembering is getting component. You just always need this even after your other brackets. Or, I don't know, what is this called right now? I'm gapping. Greater than less than signs. I'm gapping so hard. Hello, oh that's a really hard name to pronounce. Canelvis22? Canavelis. I'm probably butchering it. Unity is free. Movie Idiot's asking why I chose it. It's just what I first found when I was younger. Because I downloaded this like 8 years ago. Is that accurate? Let me think. 6 years ago. 6 or 7 years ago. And just the one I stuck with. Okay, so we no longer need this or this. Okay, turn these off for a second. What we need to do is, actually, our database doesn't even have an icon associated with it, does it? Oh, no, it's elementals. Where's inventory? Inventory database is going to need a public sprite icon and a public, doesn't need a game object. Does not need a game object. Does it? You found one lying on the ground kind of thing? Samuel, they take a tiny fee. That also includes paying for the PayPal fee or whatnot. But I end up getting about 90 to 95% of it, which is really good. Okay. So we have icon now set. Let's go here and actually just give it a random icon for the time being, because I haven't made any for a potion. So this will update. There's my little sprite. Let's go into my graphics. I guess I can just use these icons for now. So I'll make the first one a sword, and the second one could be the staff. So another different. Decent Patreon supporter +1. Really? Let's check it out. Oh, still 2 patrons. So sad. Oh, there we go. 3 patrons. Look at that. Thank you, Samuel. That's great. I'm really happy with that. We've doubled our Patreon income from $1 to 2. We're going places now. I'm happy. That made my day. Thank you, Samuel. Basically, $1 a month equates to about 600 to 1,200 views on YouTube ish. So that is very helpful, because like the chance of you watching 600 videos is not rare, but it's gonna take a long time, right? So thank you. Okay, so we've set these. So Jerfra is asking if I instantiate all the inventory containers. And what I decided to actually do was just create them here to begin with, and just leave them here, and then just turn them on or off if they are active, or like if that's the active object. That way I didn't have to just instantiate and like write code to like say, okay, check which our last one is, then move it up and over, right? And then constantly instantiate every time we like open up the menu. So I just chose to do this route. They both work. I feel like the other option might be better for your computer, but this is easier. But the trade-off isn't ever going to be noticeable. Alright, so back to our game manager, which for some reason says us. Do I have a second one open here or something? No. Oh wait, that's game manager. I don't need game manager open to begin with. Open. Okay. Main menu. So we also didn't even need to create these variables, but I did regardless. Morrison Black is asking, how did I learn to code? So I took 1 year in grade 12 on programming. The final project was, well, I ended up creating a Mario game, which was really cool. And I even created a Pokemon Stadium game. That was fun. But everybody else, their games were basically just like, move your mouse on the screen, if you touch a block you die. So it's very, I just picked it up a lot better, I guess, than most people would be surprised. But yeah, so that's basically just what I did. That one class, and then just watched videos. Alright, so we gotta actually change these icons now. So let's change csprite dot, how do I change it? How do I change a sprite here? To change a sprite, why don't I ever change it? Am I going crazy? It's here somewhere. Okay, wait. csprite There it is. Sprite.sprite. Okay. Those are at the bottom. Confusing. Equals inventory database, which I set to IDB up above. Yeah, so yeah, I sent you a message on accident, and then I just deleted it because I was like, oh, my bad. But I was basically going to ask a question about the icons, but then I solved it. So I was like, yeah, just delete it. So the interesting part about this for here, it seems probably confusing how I'm saying like elemental database dot the database index, then that sprite. That's because the database is a list inside of elemental database. I didn't have to set it up this way, but I did it for this case now, because now I can go here and just say items. So inventory, look through all the items, use our index, C index, and get the sprite, so the icon. Okay, then let's also set the C name. I need a description one also, which I haven't written. That's okay, Joe Bums. Just like I said, by watching, it is very helpful. Hello, Wingard. How you doing today? Morrison Black. Yeah, I think it's one of those things though that you start liking more and more the more you get into it. Because I was in school, like I played sports, and then I started playing Magic cards. Like it was a weird transition to that, and I really like Magic cards. And then those guys told me that I'd be terrible at programming because they were taking grade 11. I was like, yeah, I'll prove you wrong. And I took it in grade 12, and then ended up getting a 99 both semesters and loved it. Okay, so csprite.name. So I gotta set this text to equal idb dot items c index dot name. Item name. There we go. Then c amount dot text equals idb dot items c index dot amount. Action amount? No, that's not right. Oh, it's in our player inventory. I guess that makes sense. So let's change this one. It's not this. It's p inventory dot items d. Because it's not the index anymore. This index is relating to the actual inventory index, while this D is relating to the player's inventory that we're at, if that makes sense. Riley, I haven't played Magic now in years. When I stopped, elementals just became a thing, and my elemental deck was undefeated. I never lost a game. It was like a mix between like a burn deck. It was actually interesting because I made this deck on my own, and I couldn't lose. And then my buddy told me that I copied the deck from online. So I looked it up, and lo and behold, the #1 pro like deck at the time was exactly what I'd made, except for 3 cards because those were $20 cards, and I didn't have $20 at the time to go buy those. But amount of items. There we go. Now we need a final one, which is just description. So c desk equals CUI transform find desk get component text, and we're going to set that also. What is this? Cannot implicitly convert int to string. ToString with a little round brackets. Jeff was saying that I should use the ToString instead of concatenating. I think if you're referring to like all this stuff, I don't really mind. Like I'm using it here because I don't know. I just kind of go back and forth to what I use. I don't know why. Okay, so next, C description dot text is equal to idb dot items C index dot. Is there no description? What the heck? Did I not create a description for these? Item name. I didn't. Ah, I'm a goof. So the name, the icon, stackable, max stack, type, consumable, and we need description. Just put at the end here. Public, string, description. There we go. Now I just gotta check that I called this DSC. I did. So if I press play now, oh, I can't press start. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Right. So now that I have all of these that aren't like this one, it's gonna give me an error. Mainly the error is just the fact that these aren't named. So for the time being, I'm just gonna screw it. Let's just yeah. I don't want to delete those just yet. Copy this component. Paste component values. Delete this one. How many are there here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. There's only 13 of them? I'm missing a whole row. Well, okay, whatever. Let's just start copying these out. Okay. Copy component. And we'll delete this. Paste component value. Oops. Paste component values. Copy component. I should have made these all separate prefabs, because then if I change one, it changes all of them. Maybe I'll just do that. Yeah, these probably do need to be a separate prefab. But if I made this a prefab, can you have a prefab with prefabs? Can you, like, nest prefabs? Anyways, it is now at an hour, so I will press the play ad button again. It's, as we all know, another round for ad roulette. So let's see what the unlucky souls are. Now, if we get a bunch of Grammarly ads again, they are really dishing out a lot of money to get people to use Grammarly. So let's see what the unlucky souls are. I mean, I should make these prefabs, but for now, I'm just gonna have 3 of them. Let's delete all these extra ones that I made. Okay. I'm gonna move these up. And I'm just gonna make it so our player only has 2 items. Okay, so to do that, we go to our inventory manager. I'm gonna set this to be 2. So now we shouldn't get an error because we're only looping through 2 things. If we do, that means it's a different error. Okay, no error, no error. There we go. I can't see the text. I think it's because I didn't change the color of it. I probably should change the color of it. And also, this shouldn't be a white image. This should be... How am I clicking? How am I going through the hierarchy right now? Holy moly. Okay, let's set this to be BG Bright. I know it might seem odd. It won't be gray ever though, so it'll be good. BG Bright. Now, we need to set the text of all these. So name, description, and amount. Name, description, and amount. All need to be white. Alright, that might be hard to look at, but once I press play, it won't be. Grammarly, Grammarly, Grammarly. That is insane. Okay, so we still don't see the text, and I think it's because I didn't actually give it a description. They're both blank. I never wrote the mana pot. So, let's actually make it so it says something to make sure it's all working. Heals 1 elemental for 10 health. Restores. Actually, I'm going to write that differently. Just say restores 10 mana. And restores 10 health. Now, it's kind of silly that this says 10 and this says 10. I should probably just make this different. So, like, I can build the string, but that's a lot of extra coding. John, you watch Hyden, says Riley. There's a John here? Hello, John. And there's no music, though. That's what we need. I'm going to actually just start this playlist over again, because it was a boss playlist. Okay. Apply. Play. I'm also noticing that the item names could probably be moved down and to the left a bit. There we go. Remember, these also won't overlap, and this is nice. This is looking good. Like, it's so simple, but personally, I'm liking it. If I go to second, no, go to first. Okay, good. So yeah, all the text can be moved a bit closer in. There's no need for it to be so close. So let's take the description, and on the left go 10, 10, 10, 40. That needs to be 45 though. This overlap could actually look really good. Hello, Aaron, Rory, how are you doing today? Interesting, press that play ad button and lost 10 viewers. Whew, whew, some people got annoyed. Okay, so move those over. Now let's move these names also to -20 and 10. And now let's take these icons and mimic what I did with these. Nope, that's not it. It's the actual... should be the visual. Now I'm confused. Oh, I'm in health, that's why. I need to be in like... there we go. 35, 20, 15. Okay. So I'm going to change these to be 35, 20, 15. Why are they not the same? 35, 20, 15. What the hell? Those are supposed to look identical, and they don't. What would cause that? Okay, that's just really weird. The scale to 1. Interesting. Unity seems to change. Oh, you know what it could be? From my perspective view? Yeah, okay. If I'm in 2D view though, there we go. Okay. So it's just because I'm in perspective view and I was seeing those rotations. I get it. I figured you out. So that's 1. Okay. Save. Play. Hello, Rory. The game is an RPG. I don't think I'll put character customization in. There you go. So you can see how those icons kind of like rotate, sort of. I think that's a nice little touch. Probably even give the potion and the description a slight rotation also. I can mimic actually what I did with that stat bar, was it? No. It was the health bar. 5, 5. Okay, let's get 5-degree rotation. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the look of it. We need to get the functionality of the game going before I really start modeling more of the world. But the world is gonna be like A, beautiful, B, really easy to make, but C, it's gonna be very time consuming. Okay, so name and description, 5, 5. So now when it rotates, you'll sort of notice that it doesn't move perfectly with the background that it's on, which I kind of like. The restore 10 health part might be a little bit, Whenever I make a game, one of my favorite parts is making menus. This is actually the first time I've spent time making a menu. I've never enjoyed it until today. Like now I'm actually sitting here, I'm like, this is actually pretty fun. I could do this for a while. The whole layout that I have here with the mana pot being set on the left, a little bit weird. I'm just gonna put it underneath, or not underneath, but centered. Alright, so we do it like that, then we center it. I'll probably do it for also the descriptions. Just center it. And we'll leave it up though, so that way if there's more text it'll start going down a bit. And maybe lower the name just a teeny bit from the tops. Like -5. I only use the free version of Unity right now. I see no reason to pay for it. For as long as possible, I should say. There we go. I like that sense of depth. Now, the menu scales with the screen size, right? So like, if I were to pull this down, bam. And that's terrible. You'd obviously never want to play it with a screen that size. I don't know if there's such a thing as a square screen like that. Right, but if it gets wider, we start having problems. But it currently works on all displays. Barely, but it does. Okay, next thing I want to do is also when you highlight over it, change the icon to be white. Or no, I guess the icons are going to be colored on their own to begin with. Like you'd want a potion and a mana pot, basically the same thing, but one's green, one's blue. Right? I suppose. You still can't even click the menus either. Yeah. I really like the little, how the sword and the shield and stuff, you see that they're rotating. Such a nice little touch. Okay, I'm gonna build it one last time and just see if it works on 16x10s and 16x9 screens. So let's build and run this real quick. Oh, hello, Kataru. I didn't even notice your message there. So I think 1680 by 1050, if I'm correct, is a 16x9. Silver one says I want an alpha key. So what I'm going to be doing is for my patrons, every month I'm going to send a build of something specific, not like the whole world, but just something to check out, and then they can check it out, right? Yeah, so this display already kind of wastes a lot of space, but it's okay. I can survive with that. The 6 creatures might not fit though. Maybe they do. I'm actually so happy that I got a new patron. Such a good feeling. Okay. So this is nice. I like the look. Did it update the quantity? Did I still say 3? I didn't check that. 1 and 1. So it changed to 1. Is that how many I have? Let's set it to 20. So we have 20 mana pots. Give your character clothes after the UI. As much as I want to, I can't. I need to finish all the functionality, right? So after the UI, I need to do combat. Well, actually, after UI, I need to finish. Like, UI is gonna take a while, right? Because I need to make it still so you can click one of these, and it needs to know why you're on this menu. If it was just like to view the creature, or if you're using an item on it. With an Easter egg on something in the game. Well, that's really annoying. My Xbox controller joystick, if you move it just ever so slightly to the left, it just stays there. Like it's literally like a 1 degree angle, and that's why it keeps going left, right, left, right. So. Okay. So the items are basically done. So now let's just quickly duplicate them around and get all those set up. I don't know if there's even going to be 20 items, but in the long run, that's fine. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Actually, let's delete the last 5. 1, 2, 3, wait. So this is 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So we need this location. Copy component. Let's then delete it. Paste component values. The naming we're gonna have to change. Copy component values. Delete the component. Paste component values. Copy component. Oh, they're both on the list like that, eh? How's this list? I think it's supposed to be like that. And then my elemental panel. Oh, they're sized up differently, that's why. If I size it like this now and press play, where are they gonna be? Yeah, still in the same spot though. Whatever. Okay, let's keep working on this. So, copy the component, delete it. Paste component values. Rory, I'm not really sure when I'm going to release the game. I've only been working on it now for 2 weeks. I want by the end of the month to finish coding everything. And then I can actually start working on the real fine details, right? Okay. These aren't named appropriately, so it's kind of confusing. Copy component. Delete. Paste component values. What did I just do? Why can't I control Z? Oh, because I'm in Croatian keyboard. Copy component and delete. Look at that, the numbers are finally lined up. So 8 is 8. Oh, never mind, the numbers change again. This one's 9. So I'll delete this one. Paste more values. 6 is 10. Random. Okay, it would just be quicker. I'm gonna delete these real quick. And delete these. Let's take these 5. I don't know how much to lower them by, but I'll just guess it for now. What's the actual amount? So these are at 180. Oh wait, I mean... What the heck? Yeah, okay. This one's 180. This one's 30, so it's subtracted by 150. Okay. That's fine. I shouldn't have moved them, I guess. Ay, ay, ay. $120 minus 150. Good. Might be minus 150. 60 minus 150. The way they paste these UI elements is really bizarre to me. You can see how now that this is 15, but it's not. Is that supposed to be 3? That can't be right. What's this one? 10. What? 0. Okay, it's supposed to be 0. I could never learn from books, I found. Videos were just so much easier, but that's just for me, right? Everybody's different. Okay, so now we actually have to swap and do these. So 11 actually goes down here. Actually, just taking time before I do the swap. These will be in proper order then. Minus 150. Minus 150. 90 minus 150. Negative 60 minus 150. Okay, so these ones in the proper order now. But these aren't. So 15. Let's see, moved up. There we go. Then 14, and 13, and 12. Okay. Save. Now if I had a bunch of items. Inventory. Actually, what happens if I have 0 items? Did I ever code for that? Well, let's see what happens. Okay, yeah, so I checked for that. That's good. I should probably have something that says, you have no items. But I haven't made anything yet that says that. It's kind of funny, these just been moved around. Okay. So for the next set of items, it should be basically like the item panel, right? For potions. These items don't make any sense, because these are potions that I just set them to. Right? This can't really be a potion. This needs to be like a quick repel, or like those kind of things, right? Like, item A. Item B. So those are the items. Then potions, I need mana pot. Or health pot first. Stackable. Max stack 32. 32 is consumable. Description. Restores 10 health. Restores 10 mana. There we go. Right, because potions are what you use in your creatures. Items are what you use in the world. Okay. So I'm going to copy the item panel. Just rename this one Potion panel. Put it there. Okay. Current panel equals I. Now, this is going to be doubling up on code, which I don't suggest ever. This could just be a loop. Let me first check if for my ethers, which is basically the name for like how you cache the things. Those would be the same. You store them the same. What's after those? What is after those? I have it here. You have spells, which would be different. Spells would be very different. They do need to be slightly different though, because... No? Okay. So I'm gonna make another loop real quick. Now I'm gonna do this for items, potions, and ethers panels. Mehmet saying, are you done with map design? I am not. I've just basically figured out how I want to do the map design now. I've got the starting world on a good lock, and I'm making good progress on that, but I need to get the coding right. I need to get the functionality of the game. Proof of function. Proof of function, is that what it's called? Proof of function? Proof of concept. Wow. That was retarded of me. So I need the proof of concept down. What am I reading here? The worst part about making a game is if you put it on Steam, they take like almost half of the amount, and then you still get taxed, right? Because you have to get taxed on it, so then you lose another like 30%-ish on the amount that you've made. So in reality, when you sell a game, you're gonna get like maybe 30 to 40% of the sale, if you're lucky. Right? Then you have transaction fees, you have like licensing fees, all that stuff. So you might get like 30%. It's not that much. Okay, so if we're doing all three, we just need to do a loop here. So let's go for, okay, that is not the word for int h equals 0, h is less than 3, h plus plus, and in that we're going to do this loop, okay, and we're going to set this I, oh actually it should be a 1, I'm going to say less than 4. I'm going to set this to be h. Good. So this is a nested for loop for those of you who don't understand that part, but I'm going to do the add roulette first before I explain it. Does Valve only take 30%? I thought it was 45%. 30% is a lot better. But yeah, I'm going to press play add in 3, 2, 1, drum roll. There we go. I mean, the problem I also have with the whole idea is, if Steam was the way to go, then why is the #1 selling indie game of all time not on there, right? Like, Minecraft has sold how many copies now on PC? Like 20 million, 10 million, 30 million, right? Clearly there's better routes, right? And they got all of that profit. They weren't giving away 30%. But I don't know. That's just me. A beer ad. Wow. What kind of beer? What's the beer? Let's research the beer. So it should loop 3 times for all of these. It'll work on that. So let's test it. So we have potions. We need to also redo the ethers panel. Like the beer itself is also called Hungarian beer, or is it just like a beer that's from Hungary and has a different name? That's funny in guard. Affinity photo. Okay, let's first look at this beer real quick. I'm kind of curious. I won't always check what the ads are, just to look for this like for Saudi beer. I guess I'm looking at the Wikipedia. That's kind of cool can. Is it in Canada though? I've never seen it before. If I'm in Canada, I'll buy one. Now, affinity photo. That's curious to me. If that's oh yeah, it's exactly trying to be. Yeah, you can already tell it's trying to be the Photoshop. Yeah, I see it already. Oh, that was smart. Whoop, 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 whoop. I like that. That should be the first panel. Or that one. That's really smart. Alright, I like the website. Cool. Currently, I'm working on the UI. So we have items, potions, and ethers now. So this should loop for all of them. Probably give me an error before I press play because there are no... let's actually make it so we have some stuff here. So we'll just set them all to ones. Elemenity, we'll have one of it. Spell, we'll have one spell. We'll have one of it. Wait, that's supposed to be ethers. Items, potions, and ethers. Screw spells right now. Put that to 0. Those are gonna be like the player castable spells in the world. So like, instead of having a Pokemon cut a tree down, you'll have the ability to do like a spell on the ground and it'll cut the tree down kind of thing. Okay. We'll have one of it. Now let's go down here and actually make an ether and a... Yeah, we already have potions. Set this to be something. Item index 0, it can be stackable. Max stack 2 is consumable. Basic green thing. Yeah, people
I feel like I fought all my life for this. This one part, this 1/3, I fall away.
I guess it's a good example that League of Legends, Minecraft, and WoW were all, but you didn't, like, even if they're changing the genre, they could still have been on Steam, right? The choice to not do it was very smart, not to put on Steam. I've seen the first episode of the new season of Prison Break, it looked pretty good. Okay, so it seems to think when I go back this way, it loads that up, it doesn't deload it. That's not good, we broke something. Okay, well, how did we break it though? Height is 1. Current panel equals 1. Player inventory dot items. Oh, because this is items each time? I see. This can't be items each time. How am I gonna change that? I have to put a big if statement, I guess, but if object count, no. If h equals 1. This is a really dumb check. It doesn't really save me much time now, but whatever. I guess we don't need this part though. So, else if h equals 2. This will be potions dot count. Else it's only going to be 3, so object count equals p inventory dot ethers dot count. There we go. Kind of a shame that I had to do that, but that should fix that problem. Yeah, server 1, that's the issue too when you work with someone else. Plus then creativity. Oh, God, what I break this time? Parameters at a range. Index. Okay, that could just simply be a matter of... Let's just check it here. So we have a separate index value for some reason there. 0, 1. I don't know why this has a separate index. I don't think I ever look at that, but... That's random. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, that's a 0. 0, 0. I don't have, okay. Was that the reason? No, when I press start it breaks, eh? What line is this on? I don't have line 633, so it doesn't make sense. Okay. We're getting an error in some weird spots. But we're only getting it now that I put this in. Why would that be? Why would that cause an error? It's saying index is out of range. What index is it? Oh, shit. This loop that I did here of 1 to 4, we constantly changed the items words here. Okay, I know what I can do. Public void, no, just void. Void. Items. Potions. Ethers. Panel. Setup. That's a lot of text, but that's fine. Then we can delete this. Let me see to pass through this. So, oh, okay, I have an idea. Let's create a. What am I trying to do just to make this loop nicer instead of writing this out 3 times? This is idb.items. Yeah, you know what? Look, I'm gonna just repeat this 3 times. We can delete this. We can delete this loop. Wait, I'm missing something now, aren't I? Yeah. Okay. Delete this. So the reason why I'm not putting this in like nice loops is I was going to create it to be a separate class, but then here you can see that I have items from IDB. I also have player inventory items, so I just have to pass a bunch of things, and I'm just going to be lazy and just separate it. Also, having it separate makes it easier for modification in the future, because they might change. I might change the layout of them, maybe have it so that ethers, since there's less of them, they only take up like 6 slots. Who knows, right? So it's completely reliant on, well, it becomes less reliant. I don't know how to word that. Basically, this is easier to modify because it's going to be duplicated. And yeah, it's just going to make the script look longer though, so it's probably not the best way to go. But I don't mind. Okay, alright, I know how to word this. So, doing it this way, where I've duplicated these out, allows me to easily change it in the future if I need to. Because I don't know if items, potions, and ethers are all going to be the same layout. Right? Because if you look already, look at how different the elemental panel is, right? That's for all the elemental stats and stuff. There we go. That's how you word it. Boom. Current panel equals this 2. Object count equals this dot potions. Inventory potions. Icon, name, description, about. Potions. 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 And potions. Yeah, so okay, so I could have made it a separate function, which is what I'm saying, but I don't know if I'm going to want to change these in the future, because, like, how would I include this in that function, right? It's already so drastically different. So Alliance Games, you're also, yeah, you guys are saying the same thing, but, like, listen, if you look here, how would I include this one? Because it's the same thing, right? This is the elemental page. This is the items page. This is the potions page. Now I get that these two look the same, but they might look different in the future. And just because of that fact, how did I just... I can slow it down, right? What is breaking? What is breaking? This is really bothering me. Hold on. I'm getting so mad at myself because I know looking at this, it just looks... Okay. Void. Can I do it like this? Player inventory is what? Player inventory dot... Can I not do it like this? Let's just test something. Oh, I have to actually go. Okay, in player inventory, it's player inventory records. That's what I want. Player inventory records. Okay. Type. Then I also need a list. Inventory database. Inventory items. I have inventory items. So those can be identical. Now I could just create a script, like a one line of code, that would just set the name to match, just needing it once. But you're still getting the base and giving it the inventory and the class taking it the UI. Interesting. No, but so what I'm saying in the final is I might not even need half the things here too, right? That's the problem. I can't add type again. That's so sad. How do I do... Okay, we'll do the one line for now. We have type. What else do we need to pass this? We need to pass it... an int. Can we buy light shifter? No, but it is on itch. You can buy it. It's terrible. Light time is not out, but I haven't logged into itch in a long time. I am not a robot. Yeah, I clicked it. Thank you. Yeah, that's the... He's asking about the Ludum Dare game that I made, but it's really, really rough. That was for several Ludum Dares ago. It's free, but it's not that great. I am going to press another add button. So, get ready for it. And boom. Yeah, I'm thinking, like, just tripling up on this code here doesn't actually bother me much. Doing all of the stuff that you're saying, like having overrides and inheritance and all that, it's so not necessary for this task. Now, why am I getting errors still with this? That's my question. It doesn't even work. Oculus. Is Oculus out? I guess it is. I didn't even think that. Is it? Okay, so this still breaks on these two. That makes sense though. And this one's not breaking, it's just we don't actually have any items, and that's why I'm getting confused. So in our inventory, let's just make it so we actually have some items. 2 here. Index 1 and 2. Okay. Here we'll have 1 item. In the ethers we can have 3. Sure. They'll be the same because I don't have any ethers, but yeah. Apply. Oh, maybe it meant the movie. Well. Okay, those are all set to ethers now. Good. Those don't need anything. This needs ethers. Good. Boom. Yeah, I don't even think I need that index value over here. Because I can just go index based off of its list. So, whatever. But let's press play. There is no light time. Item A, item B, there we go. And this is something. Boom. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm loving this. We don't even need as many dots as we have here. Cause I can't really think of any of the reasons. I put the extra ones and now I'm just like, wait, do I need all these? So like, we would have this one, which would just be like your load, save, quit options. Or, well, I guess this could be like a back button, and this would be like load, save, whatnot. But then what could all these other ones be? It's also interesting how I'm getting transformed child out of bounds. Wait, what's that from? I think it's because I went. Let's see. Get child set active. From this object, transform get child I. Looking object that's set active, true. What's causing that one? It's probably one of these. Right? Let's see. It should happen on none of the ones that we have. Hyden, you should transparent blue area. Oh, you're saying make this transparent? Maybe. So let's see. If I press right one more time, it should break. There we go. Okay. But does it keep happening? That's the question. No. So that's fine. I get that's not even a problem. That's because that menu's not really set up. I can ignore that. Santiago, yeah, so it would be easier using a constructor and whatnot, but it just seems like such a tedious task for the menu. Like, this part, where is it? Main menu, where are you at? Oh, I was on it. What I think I would just do is make them all, if you look, let's just quickly go void setup elementals. Then, let's take everything from the elemental section. That here, void setup items, void setup potions, take all the potions, and void setup ethers. With everyone here, you could probably get like 5 languages. That's true, actually. From all the people watching, you could probably easily get localization down there. Didn't even think of that. Or I don't really want to have that here twice, so I could just pass this in. But I could just cheese it and go like this. Or make it up here. Main menu already contains one for current panel. It does? Panel options. Oh. Okay. Interesting. I didn't know. Okay. There we go. Wait time doesn't exist, but there is that other game that I made for Ludum Dare not a year ago, but a long time ago. Okay, so we can set up elementals, then we can do set up items, set up inventory, no, set up potions, set up ethers. There we go. I mean, okay, I'll try the transparent background out real quick. Oh, there's just a lot of color, but 150. It's kind of funny because you can move the other joystick and still look around. It's actually kind of cool how it shows through like that. Oh, but now I can't keep pressing start. Why is that? Was it because I was on this? So I moved. Why is it? Which one breaks it? I don't get it. There we go. So going that way breaks it. Now if I close, I can't open it again? Okay. Weird. I don't know how I feel about this transparency just yet. I have not checked them lately. No. Malakai's asking if I've looked in the drive just yet. Focusing on coding today. Oh, but I kind of need to leave that top one solid because I made them overlap. For the effects, it actually, yeah. I'm going to leave this one solid. Okay, fine. I'll stick them manually. One thing I didn't test out is... That's great! I'm actually gonna leave it. So you do like, you just be flying and seeing. Or maybe not, because it... Oh, that's not a good sign. How did I do that the first time and now I can't? Now I do fall. Interesting, I can still jump. I just magically was stuck there. Okay. The transparency isn't really that bad. I don't mind it. Can I still... Yeah, I can open it up again if I'm not on that air, so it's fine. I might make it a little bit more translucent though. So like maybe try like 180. Yeah, I think that's better. You can still see through, but not fully. You really gotta make that water glow. Or reflect, I mean. That's what's missing. It's too basic without reflection. I wonder if I can just quickly change the pause it for a second. See how big the water needs to be though, so like you don't see off the edge. Is the game still running while you open up the inventory? It is, yes. What was I gonna do here? Oh yeah. See if this can get reflective just by making it. What does that look like? Not what I wanted, eh? Okay, let's try this. It's a little bit better actually. I mean, it's not reflective, but you can see the shadows a little bit more, I think. Right? No, I kind of like the brightness one. I wonder if I were just to change this to gradient real quick. If I could get this water to look... Oh, it's great how different you make a game look just by setting the gradient. Add some trippiness. It's like super hot UI. I've never actually played super hot. I don't know what their UI looks like. Like I said, you should be able to drown or swim in the water. I'm gonna make it so you can't touch the water because it's a whole nother like. I really just changed up the game a lot. So I'm gonna ignore that for the time being. Okay. Now what we need for our little what do you call it? Menu system is these black boxes need to actually be changed to their appropriate. How much will I? Okay, I guess here I'll look up Superhot UI. Let's check it out. It's like this. Am I going crazy? Doesn't look anything like what I've done. I really like this look, eh? That's just beautiful. Okay, so what up, Illustrator? That's a shame. Oh yeah, see I looked at this here and you can see if they also did a circle. Things like this. This is my blacking so I can actually see the white icons. That's going pretty good, Ocarina. How are you doing? I have seen Airbender actually, yes. It's one of my favorite shows. I didn't really care too much for Korra. It was decent, like the first season's finale was really good, but yeah. I've been saying when you press the game speed, or when you press menu, lower the game speed. Do a LOL stream. I mean, I'm too good at LOL. You guys would be embarrassed because, you know, I'm not that good. I'm gonna skip making the icons for now. I just don't feel like working with 2D stuff. Not that good at it either. You can see really how this part's changed, eh? This one tile. So this is where all the water goes now, so you can't run all the way down here. You can only run it here. Really hiding those mountains. Actually, I wonder if I could just, at this point, take everything that's here, says it on the Y to 0, and just lower it. Does that really matter at this point? Right? No, I guess not, eh? We can also get rid of those mountain caps too. Oh, it's awkward. It was on face select. No wonder it's going how it was. There's no Y be 0, just pull it down. Right? Yeah, no, I was plat 1 last season, and then I started playing ranked again now. I seeded gold 3, dropped gold 5, now I'm gold 3 again. But I kind of just troll, right? Like, I do troll picks, and I have fun with it, because to me the game was actually just not fun. So I kind of feel like I have to troll just to have fun. Okay, with that being flattened, let's see what this looks like. Let's first put this in here somewhere. I've heard the song way too many times. Yeah, so I played League back in beta. It was good times. What can I say? When there was no meta, so you get like Annie, Garen bot lane. I remember the girls did in that time. We would do Annie Cho'Gath, and we would just dumpster. Okay, so now we flatten those mountains out. Let's see what that looks like. Obviously, I've got some holes that need to be filled, but I think this is better. You're more like in like a ravine area as opposed to mountains. So yeah, the inventory won't always be on screen. You just press start to open it. Now I can't unpause until that finishes loading itself. And we are once again at another ad roulette moment. So, everybody, drum roll. Who is the unlucky soul? You ready? You ready? I'm gonna press it. I'm gonna do it. And click. Alright, clear this. This shouldn't be a problem. Okay. So we have our little menu here with our items, our pots. That still says item name for some reason. Maybe I just didn't change that to mana pot. I don't know. It also says heal for X amount, so I'm a little bit concerned. This is restore. That's fine. And then when you click something, you jump. Yeah, maybe we should change the game speed. Affinity Photo and Grammarly. Affinity Photo didn't look bad, to be honest. It's kind of cool. Back about in a minute when this ends. Right on, Samuel. Thank you for watching the video. First beer, now vodka. Okay. What did I want to change here? Toggle menu. Okay. How do you set the game speed in Unity? What's the line? Time.timescale, right? Yeah. Time.timescale equals 1. Right? Is that right? No, I don't think it's timescale. I'll try it. Oh, geez. So timescale has slowed it down, but I don't think that's what I want to change, because it slowed down the animations also. I don't think I want it to be time.timescale. Unity, how to pause. Show me the code. Yeah, they're doing time.timescale, but that affects the animation speed. I don't agree with that at all. So, gonna turn that off. And now that we paint a visual, it doesn't really work well. But I will just make it so in our entity input, if the menu isn't open, else do this. Jumping, in the jumping script, actually, I'll change the song in a second. If not menu is open, input OK button down, jump. I don't mind the get button up part, that's fine, but it's weird how sometimes we get stuck and other times we don't. Which I actually don't mind. I kind of find it funny that he can float. Yeah, no, I enjoy streaming specifically for that reason, right? People give good advice. Let's change the playlist. I need a playlist. And yeah, Lars and I, we both share each other's channel on our main channels. If that makes any sense. Then again, he might not share me anymore. I should probably check, eh? Because Pig Art used to have me in this little thing, and he doesn't have me anymore. What a dink. He's a good artist, though. I can't hate on him. Yeah, I really like low poly too. It's same thing with pixel art, right? Before games had to be pixel art, and now we make them in the essence of pixel art, right? Am I playing 2 different songs? God damn. Still gotta fix these rocks. Alright, let's just build and run. I want to see it looking how it would. Actually, before we do build and run, I want to make it so we have a certain amount of items in our inventory. So let's set out this to all 20. That doesn't break, right? 5, 15, 20. Okay. Ooh, I notice a lag when I'm trying to move through the items though. No, not really. I'm just going crazy, I think. There is a glitch in my code, eh? Because I don't check that final row. So like if this one was missing, oops, this one, then you went down here, it would actually go up to this. Which I don't mind. There's a glitch. It's kind of funny. Oh, that's weird. What? So this time it takes all 3, this time it takes all 20. We have a mistake in one of our scripts. It was the middle one, which was items, potions. Items, potions. 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 Why is this broken? Does anybody see the error? I am Canadian, yes. Our background is entirely Croatian, though. There might be a chance that I've like 1 millionth Hungarian or something, but then again, Croatians are already mutts to begin with, so. Why are you broken? Current panel transform. Maybe it's not this that's broken. It could be an. Okay, wait. Potions. Current panel. Potions. When I'm pressing the left and right bumper, okay, that's going to then tell me. Yeah, this is totally messed up. Left and right bumper is here. We determine the panel and then we update the vertical options, vertical counter max. Okay, let's go to determine panel real quick. Oh, there we go. I didn't create a potions one. Doy. So I did these separately because they might not be 5s. Once at the end, if they are 5s, I can just make it all one line. That's fine. But for now, just in case. Okay. So that's why that was breaking. He's a Canadian, that's why he's so nice. Well, no, it's still broke, eh? Oh no. Wait. Do I just happen to have 20 of these and I didn't realize? Like. I have 1 potion. 3 ethers. Somewhere you're still breaking. Oh. That still probably shouldn't fix that error, and if that does, then I have no idea how I've coded my own stuff. Current panel equals horizontal counter. Good child, horizontal. Oh, okay, yeah, that could work. Bear, bunny, or a duck with a beaver. Ah, finally, okay. So that did fix the problem. It's gonna look so nice once these actually don't just say item A, item B. Okay, let's build this out real quick. Build and run. So the game's gonna be turn-based combat, similar to Pokemon or Persona, but when you're not actually attacking things, they're gonna be like jumping around and looking like they're fighting, just to make it seem like it's more action-packed. Where's my build? Oh, it's over here. Oh, crud. I didn't want to see it at this display. Close that. I'm thinking of making it only support like modern resolution computers, but that would kind of defeat the purpose of being low poly, so I don't know if I should. RPG 3D, build 02, and then 1920 by 1080. Welcome back, Rory. Okay. So the menu. I can no longer jump, which is nice. B closes the menu. I did code that. I was confused for a second, but and there we go. There's our items. I do have to give him clothes. Oh, this is broken. It doesn't highlight the first one for some reason. This just caused me grief. You start making me mad. We'll have clothes eventually, though. It's really weird how it doesn't highlight that. Wait, what if I... Yeah, okay. Let's look into that glitch, shall we? So, I gotta check out here, see if there's an error or something that I wasn't noticing. Okay, potions. Potions. We have one. Index 0. Okay. So that means we have one health pot. That's what it should say, and it should say restores 10 health. Health pot. Now if we had 2, would we still have this glitch? No. So it's when we only have 1 of something. Okay. So there's somewhere here that I put a check. It's probably an update active. Where's that? Okay. If I is less than or equal to max counter, set active to true. If max count does not equal 0, counter. What's my counter? Let's just debug it here. Okay, so it still says zeros, right? But why would that change if I only had 1 item? The counter's still 0. Thanks, Santiago. Why? This is with vertical counter max, that's fine. Vertical counter equals 0. Menu end is hit, okay. Update active. If vertical counter max is greater than 0. Right? I think because this is... Okay, wait. Wait, is that what happened? No, that's not it. That would just break now for things that have nothing. Okay, somewhere we're not... Counter equals counter plus H, blah blah blah. For each object, set state to 0. Where do we set the state to 1? Right here. So debug.log max count. Okay. Oh, I get it. So because this max count is 1 less than the actual number, this just needs to be does not equal -1, meaning we have an item. For some reason I made it in the max count to be 0 indexed. I guess that makes sense that it's 0 indexed, but there we go. Okay. Now, we're gonna need to think of what kind of spells we need, because this next panel here would be the spells panel. What's special gonna be too? I gotta think these two out a little bit more. So for now, I'll just only have these as options, but it's also interesting how the icon, it's not giving me an error for not changing the sprite, right? Because I'm pretty sure these all say sprite, yeah. So I guess it's just setting it to be an empty icon, right? That makes sense. Thank you, Aegis Highlander. Yeah, you know what? We are gonna make the okay, let's open up Illustrator. Let's look up a monster. If I type in elemental, what comes up? Oh, these are nice. Like the coloring is just nice. I'm so excited for getting to the creature part, but I know I should do all the functionality first. Elemental icon. Well, I mean, that's a given. Those are actually really smartly done, eh? Instead of making like leaf, wind, they just made them all look like fire pieces. I'm gonna mix something like that for the actual types, right? Speaking of which, I never put a spot on the elementals to show what type they were, but okay, I didn't mean like this. Monster face. Okay, dragon. Creature face icon. Alright guys, we're at 2 hours and 20 minutes. That means it's another round of ad roulette. So whatever ad you get stuck with, type it in chat, let us know what it was, and basically then we all get to know that you were the poor soul that had to watch an ad. So drum roll please, and boom. What kind of face am I trying to think of? Like, I have one so distinctly in my mind, but I can't think of the word for it. Not it. That's really cool, but not what I was thinking. I mean, they do have really cool icons. Candy. These aren't, like, bad by any means. Whatever, I guess I'll just make a potion real quick. Nah, screw it. I'll model these later. I can't think of how I want the monster face to look. Kind of a struggle. Okay. So far in this stream, we have gotten these icons to be colored nicely. They turn, and they also load the images. They get the name and what they do, like the description and the amount. We duplicated that effect to also apply for the potions, because these are going to be items, these are potions. And then these are going to be spells, right? Or no, these are like your ways to catch creatures. Extol, I guess I clearly want you to get drunk, guys. It's really funny. I do really like the UI though. It's nice and clean, crisp. Plus, you can still see the world behind you, which is kind of cool. I don't know what I think about these dark shadows though. What I'm thinking too for the starting is before you can even leave this area, make it almost like Kingdom Hearts, where it's like you gotta spend some time here and do some weird like pointless tasks. Like a couple pointless tasks. And that way I can actually have full usage of this, like I maybe create like a little cave in here that you have to go in. Help somebody like round up his little chickens or something, I don't know. Or just like basic quests. And maybe you're in the cave, you'll get your first elemental, I don't know. Ooh, I do really need to fix these animations, that's for sure. That floating tree and that tree are useless. Okay. Should have had a drunk mode. Had a hard mode. I do think there would be one. There was a thing called Nuzlocke Challenge in Pokemon. Maybe make that more of like an official thing. Starting down to classic RPGs, exactly. So I'll make it so you have to actually spend more time in there before you can even get to this area. So like I might just put a door here that's closed, like a gate, and then when you finally go through it, just like the gate's open. Also, I've grown to like these trees swaying. Just makes the world seem a little bit more alive. That's what I'll do. I'm gonna look at the drive now for a bit. Gotta take a break from all this right now. Drive. Games. There's games. Are there no games? Or is it just loading? There's no games. Okay. Watermill. There's a PNG for it too, right? That's great. How'd you do this? Oh, I see. You just made them hang down. I get it. Are these just a bunch of separate pieces too? Is it? Yeah, okay. That's cool. How smart, you just took this, duplicated twice. Took this, duplicated, probably deleted half of it. I don't know if I'm gonna have a day or night cycle. I don't think it's really that important in video games. I don't enjoy, or I've never like gotten any extra joy that a game has it. I actually really dislike it in a lot of games, like Minecraft day and night cycle. I think it's just dumb. It's hard to see. Big blob rod. I think I've seen this. Hill types. Oh, it's a shame I didn't get the texture. Oh, there we go. It's decent. Oh, I like your color choice. It's nice. Right on. Night cycle with fireflies, and is it bright, but also a nice other atmosphere, right? Wait, let me read that again. Night cycle with fireflies, then it's bright, but also... No, that's true. Like, but I don't know if I need a night cycle for that. I might just do that, like, when you're in the forest, it's always dark in there, right? Then also, Dan, night cycles, because my terrain is one-sided, the light actually shoots through, so I'd have to make the ground not be just one-sided. It's not a big issue, but... I'm kind of curious, that grass color you chose, if I put it in there instead of this... Here, wait, let's go to my object. Let's just take all this. Oh, face select, right? Okay, good. That's more of like this color, right? So if I were to do that, I would also need to move this up. Right? Let's try that. That does look more real, right? So let's see. Also transitions better with the sand colors. It takes so long to update. Oh yeah, that's much better. Much better. That looks more like grass. Yeah, I like that a lot. Wow, that looks so much better. Just that tiny little change in the color can really affect the look of the game, right? It actually makes the blue though look kind of odd, because I actually noticed the mountains are blue. So I might lighten those up, but maybe not. Like the Lost Woods in Zelda, where you can easily get lost. I don't know if they'd be easy to get lost in. I don't want to be too hard on it, because that's supposed to be like the first forest for the player, so it's supposed to be kind of easy to get through, but kind of look nice. And this collider needs to be fixed, because I can run through that, but I can't get through here. So I don't know if I would really worry all that much. Yeah, this is looking great. I got a menu sort of. I haven't made it so you can use the items or anything yet, but we're gonna get there soon. It took me a lot longer than I thought to make the inventory. I thought you could have the inventory done like a day. No. It's a pipe dream. Then again, it's a very complex inventory, right? Because you have to load up all the creature stats, all the items, how many you have, what they do for all these different things, right? Then you also need to be able to click on this, know what you want it to do. It needs a list of options, right? So you can switch its order, you can view it to get more information. If you press an item, you're going to need to make it go back to one of these. Then I also have to create all different icons. Quite a bit of work. This is looking great. You know, I actually checked. We hit 70 viewers once. Just looking through the streams. I don't know what day it was, but we were at like 70. That's nuts. Yeah, look at how nice this looks too, just by changing that green. Oh yeah, we also want to check out here now that we like lowered all this, right? It's like what's going on right here. A lot of stuff we have to change, right? I mean, it's kind of cool you can get over here like that, but yeah, look at how awful this is all looking. Then again, the water is high animated, but still. Just run right on under things. I do really like the look of these squares for like a cave. Like right now, I was in here. Is there maybe going to be a stream where you model things, says Luca? See, I've done a couple of those, but I'm not at the point yet where I'm going to model more stuff. Like I said, I want to get rid of the coding and the functionality, which is getting closer and closer. I'm probably going to finish off, because I got to code some stuff for a project too, so I won't be able to code much today. Kind of disappointing. Oh, look at that. We have a hole. Look at that. We have another hole. Because we got rid of the mountain. That's right. Huh. Just jump on down there. This is great. Yeah, so I think I'm actually going to end my stream here, guys, for the day. Because I have to work on a project for somebody else, and I need to get that done. And I want to get that done as soon as possible. So I kind of want to do that now, and then get back to coding. I wouldn't code this yet. I would... Yeah, I guess I can start coding the functionality of these, maybe. I don't know, draw those boxes, stuff like that. Can you pay with Pay Safecard on Patreon? I'm not sure what Pay Safecard is, you'd have to check. I've never even heard of it. Maybe. They accept a lot of vendors and stuff. Here, I'll look right now. Yeah, look at that. You can pay with Patreon. Wait, maybe you can't. Maybe not. I don't know. Not really sure. Patreon payment methods. Not really sure, but yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching though. I am gonna end it here. You guys have been awesome. One more ad system video. Yeah, you know what, fine, we'll do a real quick ad roulette. So drum roll please. Boom. I can't really stream the project. It's kind of a private thing. It's for their company. Final X. So they're gonna be roaming-ish, but they're also gonna be like procedurally, not procedural. They're gonna be coded in specific spots. So like birds will like fly down this one area and kind of have to like jump over, dodge it, to make it almost like slightly like a platformer. Yeah. I really gotta think though, what I want for the rest of this inventory. Because we have spells and specials. I'm not really sure how different I would have to make those two. I'd run the whole stream. You got lucky, I suppose, lucky man. This music is Naviro the Ghost. And yeah. Thank you guys for watching, guys. I will end here. As always, I've been me, you've been you. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, whatnot. And Epic, I feel bad for you because the stream is ending and you just got here. Tomorrow I might stream for quite a long time though. It really depends on how much coding I get done. So keep tuned on my Twitter, and I'll let you know how long I'm gonna stream. Hopefully I get a bunch done. Take care, everybody.